So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, you be mine, won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please, won't you please, please won't you be my neighbor? Hey guys, I'm Nick. This is going to be a bonus portion of the Mr. Rogers recap. I just haven't really got to it in a while because my sinuses and it's allergy season. So yeah. And now I'm choking. and now I'm choking on my water, which makes it worse. Yeah, this is not gonna be a good part. This part is going to be all of the different albums based on the show, and some other albums produced by the same people. So yeah, like miscellaneous stuff. I could do a separate video for other stuff like books and documentaries. I'll probably save them for collection updates. But yeah, I hate when I do that with my water. So first off is a 7-inch vinyl, a 45S. Yeah, basically these are albums that are on like a tiny record that can only hold one song on each side. Which yeah, I've been learning a lot about records lately. So it features two songs from the Lennon sisters. One of them is "Walk with Me," and the other one is "Good Night God," which is one of the songs from the Children's Corner, Mr. Rogers. But yeah. And then next up is the Bob Tro Quartet. This was a little album, another 45S record, where that was produced by Bob Tro, who was one of the recurring characters on the show. It has two songs called Soft Squeeze Baby and I Went Along for the Ride. It really has nothing to do with the show, nor do I think Bob Tro actually sings any of the songs. And Bobby Negri, who I assume is related to Joe Negri's, the piano player in this. And there's Johnny Costa piano solos, compilation of music by Johnny Costa that kind of inspired the background music on the show. And then we have like one of the first major soundtracks. This one's called Around the Children's Corner. This is one of the few albums they made out of the Children's Corner, which, yeah, like I said, it is the original Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. It features some similar familiar songs, but like a lot of them I don't think I remember. There is Why Hi, Don't I Know You, which is kind of like the Can You Help Me Today song from Blues Clues. And then Josie talks about and sings about finding the Children's Corner, which would later become the neighborhood of Make Believe, in the woods, similar to Woodland Valley on Bear in the Big Blue House. Daniel mentions his clock doesn't work, which is why he wears a watch, which I didn't even know that. Then he sings a song called I'm Tame by saying he doesn't growl anymore, meaning he wasn't tame before. Yeah. So yeah. Then Josie sings about a cow that eats flowers, kind of like Dorothy the dinosaur eating flowers. But yeah. And Daniel talks a bit too much about hamburgers, like including talking about a hamburger upside down cake, which I would not want that, actually. I should probably blow my nose a second. That's why you mostly don't see my face. And then we see X the Owl, who apparently used to live with Daniel after we sing a song about the trolley tracks. And then X sings I Give a Hoot for You. And then gives a poem similar to the song Today is a Very Special Day. So yeah. And then Josie sings about having a happy day and a song called Good Morning God, similar to Good Night God. Yeah, this Children's Corner show is very religious. Uh, so yeah, I could do a separate video on the show, but like It's kind of lost in media. Only like a few episodes have been found lately. Including a Sunday school special that I honestly thought was really like touching. So yeah. Then she talks to Henrietta, who sings about Mr. Rogers and her meow language. Yeah, so Mr. Rogers kind of started off as a kind of background character or something, and then she meets Grand Pierre, who sings about the days of the week in French. It kind of reminds me of the scene in Muzzy when like they're learning about the days of the week, and on Sunday we play tennis. Yeah, I could do a whole separate video for Muzzy, but I'm pretty sure I probably already did. That was one of my oldest videos on this channel, I think. Yeah, my thoughts on Muzzy. I didn't really talk that much about it, really. I plan on doing my Mr. Rogers collection, and because it's really small, I think I should include Muzzy as well. Then Josie sings the Children's Corner song again before she meets the King of Calendarland. So yeah, that's specifically King Friday, the 13th. And then we see King Friday's bird, Mimus polyglottis. Okay. And then he sings kind of his own version of My Hat Has Three Corners, and then it celebrates his ceramic. Ceramic what? Like bird or something? I don't know why there's like, it seems like there's like a missing word here, but like, yeah, I don't know. Just go listen to the album. I think it's on YouTube somewhere if you want to listen to it. And then Josie sings about her day, and then Good Night God, and then she sings her So Long song, kind of like the So Long Farewell song from The Sound of Music. It's basically just the Why High song, but like, yeah. And then we have a 7-inch vinyl with two completely different songs on each side. One of them being I Know It's Time for Christmas and Chicken Little. Yeah, it was years before the Chicken Little movie. And then Tomorrow on the Children's Corner. So yeah, so the story is King Friday can't find tomorrow. Yeah, this is some Seven Little Monsters logic. Also, Tomorrow is a lady, and this was years before Queen Sarah became queen. So yeah, the tracks include It's Morning, which is kind of just the Tomorrow song, except it's the morning version. Kind of like Can You Help Me Today being the So Long song on Blue's Clues. I Like You As You Are. What would you like to do today? That sounds a lot like What Shall We Make Today? There's a Smile in Your Pocket. I'm busy being busy. It's kind of like that busy song from the VeggieTales episode Are You My Neighbor, ironically. Where did you go tomorrow? I'm looking for a friend. It makes handsome. Find a star. Find feathered friend. I was looking it up. I was shocked to find out they used this in much later episodes of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Smile's the Style, not to be confused with a similar song that was used on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Meow Meow Mr. Rogers, aka Mr. Rogers Has a Telephone. You're Special, not to be confused with the other familiar song of the same name. Where Did You Go Tomorrow? Reprise. And then I'm Special. And then we see that Lady Elaine originally operated the trolley before she owned the museum go round. Nocturne Duet at Friday's Place, and the Tomorrow song. This is the first time I think they sing that. And we have an album called Brockett and Barbara, Out of Focus. This was an album produced by Don Brockett, Barbara Russell, and Joe Negri. It's more for adults. Side one has songs called Introduction, Londonderry. I don't know what that, how to pronounce that. Air Frere Jacques, which is a very more humorous line because like there's a weird part where like they sing a song about JFK to the tune of Three Blind Mice, and this album was pulled from store shelves after a while, presumably because of that. Yeah. I honestly prefer the Swing Low Saint Mountain song from Joe Scruggs, where they're singing like, she'll be coming around the mountain, swing low, sweet chariot, and when the saints go marching in all at the same time. Suburbia, Sea Captain's Daughter. We're both 12 now. Yeah, but this video is not for 12-year-olds. And, Mammy and Ike. And the side two has the side two titles called In Focus, and it has the songs called Twisted Humor, Casey and Kildare. I don't know how to pronounce a lot of these names. Big Old Lady, Cinderella. Yeah, I wish I was watching that right now. Elmer and Sharon. Sharon. To the Core. Variation of the K-song Go Rolling Along, and closing remarks. Don Broca is so young in this. He still has that raspy voice, kind of sounding like Pugsy from the Tom and Jerry movie. I honestly thought it was the same actor, but yeah. And then we have King Friday the 13th Celebrates. This was one of the earlier Mr. Rogers albums. This was made during the Canadian Mr. Rogers show, as well as the Northern US show. But yeah. So King Friday is celebrating his birthday, which for some reason is always on Friday the 13th. I guess some sort of like leap year logic. John Reardon is also a guest star in this. It starts with Mr. Rogers' Invitation, kind of like it's kind of an older version of the theme song, basically. And yeah, and then I Like You As You Are. Then Your Heart Is Full of Love. I'm Looking for a Friend. Meow, 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 beautiful. Today is New, Creation Duet, which I think of like Who Made the Rainbow and like whatnot. Find a Star. You've Got to Learn Your Trade. Prosperous Interval of Time. Basically, King Friday's version of Happy Birthday to You, to avoid paying royalties. Kingly Gifts. It's Good to Talk. Three Rodents with Defective Eyesight. It's the King's version of Three Blind Mice. Yeah, the King has an odd sense of humor, and then his version of Row, row, row your boat. Propel, propel, propel your craft. Also, the King has cake and ice cream. I don't really know who has both cake and ice cream at birthday parties, unless like an ice cream cake. And then the Tomorrow Song, which Mr. Reardon sings the song after Mr. Rogers finishes. And then we have the Goodnight God song. Again, it's like coming after the ending song. It's one of those instances. An instrumental of the opening song. And then we have Won't You Be My Neighbor Childhood Special. This was an album released just a year before the Mr. Rogers Neighborhood show started. It was released on record, cassette, and an 8-track. If you don't know what an 8-track is, like, I don't even know what it is. Yeah, I feel old talking about it. It's kind of like it looks like a video game cartridge you put into it and it plays music. It's kind of like a early version of like a cassette tape almost. Yeah. There's two different versions of this album. The first one is the one that I have. The original version includes Won't You Be My Neighbor, an extended version of the song. Some Things I Don't Understand, Everybody's Fancy. Mr. Rogers talks about how girls and boys growing up to be women and men respectively. I'm so sorry. But like, yeah. Yeah, a lot of familiar songs are on here, a lot of unfamiliar songs. You're Growing, What Shall It Be Today? There's one scene where Mr. Rogers pretends to be an Indian chief, and I'm like, how did they get away with that? Yeah, why does he ask you how? Why am I asking you how? Yeah, that's a Peter Pan reference, by the way. I'd like to be like mom and dad, going to marry mom. When the baby comes, be brave, listening to some train sounds. Sometimes people are good, and then we have animal sounds, and then Cinderella as a princess. I like you as you are, tree, 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 and the Tomorrow song. The song is extended as well. The later releases have the songs being re-recorded and some of the songs being replaced due to having to pay royalties. Yeah, it has the replacement songs, the songs that are similar to the songs that were in the original album, but like were just much different. These include "Won't You Be My Neighbor." The full song is sung twice, and then some things I don't understand. It kind of sounds similar to "Somewhere Over the Rainbow." Everybody's fancy. You're growing. Exercise your eyes. First, you roll your eyes, and then you shake your tail, and presto, that's what it reminds me of. Going to marry mom when the baby comes. Be brave, be strong. Sometimes people are good. I like to take my time. It's you I like. Part of the song is sung again afterwards. Tree, 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 and it's such a good feeling. This is one of those episodes where he sings, I'll be back when tomorrow's new instead of when the week is new or the day is new. Yeah. And then there's the 7-inch vinyl version that has just Won't You Be My Neighbor? Some things I don't understand. It's you I like, and it's such a good feeling. Josephine the Short Neck Giraffe. This is a story that inspired the 3-part episode where they put on a play of this story. But some of the songs are a bit different. I won't go too deep into this, but yeah. Let's Be Together Today. This is another one that I have, specifically the original release. It doesn't have the regular opening or closing songs. This is one I don't hear that many people talk about. It feels more like a fan-made album or like an unknown third Muzzy movie that no one told me about. But yeah, as the songs Let's Be Together Today, The Clown and Me, a lot of unfamiliar songs, Everything Grows Together, Because You're All One Piece. Yeah, that song's been stuck in my head for a while. Mr. Rogers talks about how girls grow to be women, taking off like the 1% of my LGBT fans. So yeah. Parents were little once too. Alphabet song sung a bit more differently than how it's traditionally sung. It kind of reminds me a lot of the alphabet building song that I think his name is Alpha Pig sings on Super Y, which, yeah, I think that show was produced by the Fred Rogers Company. I could talk about Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood or Donkey Hody. I haven't really seen enough of those shows. I've never even seen Donkey Hody. I would love to see it. Looking at that show, like it looks like almost like Bear in the Big Blue House. What? One and one or two. What do you do with the magic you feel? Sung twice. Please don't think it's funny. I hope it will rain. I hope it will not. Actually, I am tired of rain. I'm taking care of you. I'm a man who manufactures. That's Corny's song. I don't know why Mr. Rogers sings that. I like to be told. Peace and quiet and a reprise of Let's Be Together Today. Yeah, it's a very interesting album. And then the next one's kind of similar, called A Place of Our Own, which features the song of the same name. And since this was one of the earlier albums, it's such a good feeling. It's sung near the beginning. It's not as the ending song. And even when they re-release this album later on, it's very random. That's still not the ending song. The people in Make Believe then talk about and sing the song called You Are Pretty to Henrietta. It's a lonely kind of thing. And then Lady Elaine wishing that Handyman Negri would come to sing for her. Wishes don't make things come true. Lady Elaine trying to hypnotize Mr. Negri by singing "You Will Not Go." This is some weird stuff. This is some Bianca level stuff. But yeah, yeah, I've made Bianca such a punching bag. Mm. So yeah, a handy lady and a handy man. I did too. Look and listen. Lady Aberlin singing "Hello There" to the King, removed in some later releases. Uh, propel your craft. I don't know why I'm singing. Many ways to say I love you and I need you. Yeah, it's all right. Honestly, the 7-inch version, 7-inch vinyl version, includes only "A Place of Our Own." It's such a good feeling. Still at the beginning, it's kind of like when "I Love You" is sung at the beginning of some Barney episodes. Wishes don't make things come true. I did too. Many ways to say I love you and I need you. I don't know how you can fit all that on there. And then we have the "You Are Special" album, kind of similar. The second release was released by Columbia Records, and as you know me, I've been collecting all the Columbia and TriStar and Sony movies and stuff. Yeah, I have some of them right here that I'm gonna watch sometime this month. So yeah, the music on this album reminds me a lot of the "It's Potty Time" video. The "I use my potty when I have to poop" that song. So it features the "You Are Special" episode. There was also a promotional 7-inch vinyl and a floppy record that features this song. The floppy records, it's this weird like record. It's almost like how like the Commodore 64's floppy disks are like really floppy. You like fan yourself with it. It's like very thin. I've seen a video about that. I think that looks pretty cool. And then the full album has "Children Can," "You Can Never Go Down the Drain," "Just for Once," "You Have to Learn Your Trade," "Hopping and Skipping Music," "Troll Talk." I don't think Robert Troll sings that. We hear different sounds, and then uh, I don't. It's I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know French. It's two French songs. And "Days of the Week." Yeah, again with "Days of the Week." "You've got to do it." That's an old meme. Children's marching music. "We welcome you today." That would have felt more fitting if it was the opening song. And then the "You Are Special" reprise. So yeah. And then another 7-inch vinyl, the more official one. It features only "You Are Special," "Children Can," "You Can Never Go Down the Drain," "You've Got to Do It," children's marching music, and "We Welcome You Today." Still not at the beginning. "Come On and Wake Up." Yeah, this is an interesting album, kind of similar to "Let's Be Together Today." A lot more lesser known songs, a little story we also have, featuring the voices of Francois Clemens and Yoshi Ito. So yeah, so we have the songs have "Come On and Wake Up," "Everybody Has a History," "Good People Sometimes," "I'm Angry," and then Mr. Clemens singing "The People You Like the Most," "Walking Giraffe," a make-believe story about Lady Elaine's pet giraffe interrupting Mr. Clemens and Yoshi Ito's song for the king. I'm not kidding. "Pretending," "Lullaby," "Come On and Wake Up" reprise. "My Oldest Toy," Mr. Rogers arriving at Mr. Clemens' studio to hear Yoshi sing Chin Chin. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. I can't pronounce words today. "The truth will make me free." I like when you're a problematic YouTuber who says "don't bring up my past." "You Are You." Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's why they don't want anyone to bring up their past, because they are themselves. They are toxic, practically. But yeah. and another reprise of Come On and Wake Up. The 7-inch vinyl version includes the first performance of the Come On and Wake Up song and the Neighborhood Make Believe story. Jerry Whitman sings songs from the Mr. Rogers TV show. This is a cover album produced by Walt Disney Records by someone named Jerry Whitman. Includes the songs The Clown and Me, Parents Were Little Once Too, a lot of the forgotten songs that I don't really remember, Children Can, Troll Talk, Some Things I Don't Understand, You Are Special, You're Growing, and Let's Be Together Today. Strangely, no opening or ending songs this time. Mr. Rogers Sings for Those Times When. It's kind of a compilation album, various different stories featuring a grown-up's proud of you. You feel you did something wrong. You meet a new neighbor. Another baby comes, and you're angry. It features the songs I Did Too. Still no opening and ending songs. I'm proud of you. Sometimes people are good. Everybody's fancy. Won't you be my neighbor? For some odd reason, it's not the first song. Wishes don't make things come true. When a baby comes, it's you I like. What do you do with the magic you feel? I'm assuming that's what the song is. And I like to take my time. This was also released in regular and 7-inch vinyls, so like the times when, these different times when, I guess were released separately as well. So yeah. And then we have 21 favorite songs. I think one of my family members had this. I think I might remember seeing it, maybe even listening to it. A compilation album featuring songs from the older albums with the more familiar songs, because at this point, most of the other songs stopped being used to avoid paying royalties. That includes the songs Won't You Be My Neighbor, It's You I Like, Mr. Rogers talking about women and boys becoming men, insert 1% of my trans fans raging, before singing a little bit of the song again. Sometimes people are good, Let's Be Together Today, I'm Taking Care of You, Look and Listen. I swear most of these songs are not even composed by Johnny Costa on this album. Like, the music just sounds very different. Please Don't Think It's Funny, You Are Special, I Did Too, Everybody's Fancy. Again, Mr. Rogers pauses once again to talk about how girls become mommies. Yeah, Bianca and her crew would probably like that. I like to take my time. I don't think Mr. Rogers was homophobic or transphobic, really. He pretty much cared for like everyone, unlike Bianca. When a baby comes, be brave, Joe Negri singing Wishes Don't Make Things Come True, including a creepy line where he made a wish that a dragon would burn down his father's shop. Yeah. What do you do with the mad that you feel? You're growing. I'm proud of you. Wow, a lot of songs. How they fit these all on like one record? It's gotta be one of those like really big records. So yeah. I like to be told. I think I said that. You're growing. I'm proud of you. What do you do with the mad that you feel? Not in that order, but like, yeah. The Clown in Me, Just for Once, and it's such a good feeling. Probably one of the first albums with this song. Though, again, he says when tomorrow's new instead of when the day is new. Many Ways to Say I Love You, a 33 third like RPM floppy record. I don't understand fractions. Yeah, another floppy record. It holds 20 minutes on each side, and it also was a book with some religious themes. I think I actually borrowed that book recently. Yeah, it was a very nice book. It features Won't You Be My Neighbor, Many Ways to Say I Love You, What Do You Do with the Mad Do You Feel, a lonely kind of thing. It's You I Like, The Truth Will Make Me Free, and it's such a good feeling. Unless it's Bianca, then the truth will not make her free. So yeah, I'm just like completely like roasting Bianca this time. I'll probably try to stop. But yeah, American Heart Association. We're fighting for your life. An album featuring short PSAs, including one from Mr. Rogers, is a very nice little message. Then Johnny Costa plays Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood Jazz, renditions of songs from the show by Johnny Costa, including "Won't You Be My Neighbor." I'm really having flashbacks, really like of like that scene in the animated Addams Family movie when the song was played on the piano, and I thought that was just a very interesting like Easter egg because like obviously Mr. Rogers was really trending at that time with the documentary and the uh, biograph biographical movie. You are special. It's you I like. Sometimes people are good slash children can medley. What do you do with the mad that you feel? I like to take my time. Everybody's fancy. Please don't think it's funny. Something to do while we're waiting. Many ways to say I love you. Then your heart is full of love. Did you know? And it's such a good feeling. I think I vaguely remember listening to this one. Johnny Costa, Neighborhood. It's just another compilation of background music, similar to the background music on the show, including T for Two, Caravan, Manhattan. I wish I could go to Manhattan. Uh, Flamingo. Just one of those things. There's a small hotel. I hate small hotels. It's hot. Honeysuckle Rose. Stella by Starlight. Dancing in the Dark. La Mer. Beyond the Sea. Uh, I hope it's the Beyond the Sea song from Finding Nemo that plays during the end credits. Beyond the Sea. And Begin the Begwen. Yeah, I think I vaguely remember listening to this one as well at my grandparents' house, maybe. Yeah, it sounds like the piano they had in their basement, where if you push some keys and buttons in a certain way, it plays a song by itself. Yeah, I wish I could show a video on that or like at least find the song that was. I don't know what song it was, really. The cover also has the trolley on his piano. Classic Costa, more renditions, including Holiday for Strings, Get Happy. It almost sounds like the Laugh With Me song from the Barney episode called Get Happy. My Funny Valentine, kind of like Many Ways to Say I Love You. Who's Debbie? That's the next song. Like, it's called Debbie. Who's Debbie? She the egg girl from the Amanda show? I like eggs. You came a long way from St. Louis. Just one of those things. The Man I Love. I wish these were actual songs, like with lyrics. How High the Moon. It never entered my mind. I know how the moon must feel. No, that song's not on this album, but like How High the Moon reminded me of that. At the Dark Town Strutters Ball. They're not writing. Yeah, it's like everyone leaving me on red when I'm trying to confront them. Yeah, that's another Bialka joke. I'm sorry. But yeah, what is this thing called love? Well, definitely not. People say I can handle your opinion if they're opinion bashers. Yeah, I'm just making this like one of those videos where I'm just joking about that. Stumbling, unfortunately, not to be confused with the Fergie song Clumsy, which I get that stuck in my head a lot. Stella by Starlight, once again. Cherokee, Do Nothing Till You Hear From Me, Fascinating Rhythm, and Jazz Speak, which is basically Johnny Costa talking about making his music. And then Flying Fingers, another Johnny Costa album written for Joan Rogers. So yeah, uh, I don't get the title though. Flying Fingers, or was it like that Tom and Jerry cartoon where like Tom's playing the piano and like somehow his pinky can just reach one of the higher keys. Like yeah, the songs include T for Two, a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square, Manhattan once again, live recycled songs. I'm getting like Bob the Builder flashbacks if you remember my last collection video. At least by the time I'm recording this, I talked about like how some of the Bob the Builder DVDs recycled some episodes. Foggy Day, Over the Rainbow. I don't think it's the Over the Rainbow song from like Wizard of Oz. Caravan. Here's That Rainy Day. Fine and Dandy. On Green Dolphin Street. I prefer the On Easy Street song from All Dogs Go to Heaven too. Honeysuckle Rose. Bluesette, I think that's how you pronounce it. If He Walked Into My Life. Love for Sale. Mac the Knife, I'm concerned. That's some annoying orange talk right there. Shirzo Espanol. Flying Fingers, of course, and another Jazz Speak. So now we get to the albums from the 90s and early 2000s. At this point, Mr. Rogers tried to be hip, I guess, with the 90s and early 2000s with these CD and cassette releases, similar to a lot of other children's albums released around the time, kind of similar to the Barney albums. This one's called Bedtime. I borrowed a lot of these from the library. I wish they made video versions of these. The songs on this album include Won't You Be My Neighbor, I'm Taking Care of You, Just for Once, Sometimes Isn't Always, I Like to Be Told, Then Your Heart is Full of Love, When the Day Turns into Night. Yeah, I absolutely love that song. Many Ways to Say I Love You, a much longer version of the song. Mr. Rogers talking about his father singing to him to sleep with an instrumental of Tree, 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 some nighttime sounds. One of them being a bus going by this late at night. I don't think so. Man, 90s. Tree, 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 Peace and Quiet, and a slower version of It's Such Good Feeling. And then we have the 1992 You Are Special album. This is more or less a re-recorded version of the original 70s album of the same name, but with the more familiar songs. This includes Won't You Be My Neighbor, You Are Special, Some Things I Don't Understand, Me Neither. But yeah. Children Can, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I wish I was watching a movie of that right now. I'm a Man Who Manufactures. Did you know? It's You I Like. Everybody's Fancy. Mr. Rogers pauses once again to say, boys and girls grow up to be men and women, respectively. Yeah, this is such a Pennsylvania production. But yeah. Yeah, like I said, I don't think it's Fred Rogers' idea to have that. But like, yeah. Pretending I can moo like a cow. Like, I'm respectful to like all genders and stuff, but like, yeah. Even like the more like homophobic and transphobic people, like I'm more respectful to them, only if they're respectful to me. Unless you are Zach Mosley, then you are not respectful to me. We Are Elephants, The Clown in Me, The Truth Will Make Me Free. This is a song everybody needs, really. Like I just said with like Bianca and stuff, because this is like no one wants the truth. Even like some of the most greatest people and some of the worst people like don't want to speak the truth because like maybe like hush money or like NDAs and stuff, and like not even like that, like even like YouTube like YouTubers won't want to tell the truth when there's like specific controversies surrounding them. You see like Colleen Ballinger, like when she plays like the ukulele. I'm sorry for rambling, but like when she plays the ukulele, when she lies, like you can tell she doesn't want to lie. She like looks distraught. She like stops playing for a few seconds. I like Bianca, where she's just not afraid to lie at all. And it's such a good feeling without the weekend song part, which a lot of these albums have that. So yeah, now we have You're Growing, The album includes Won't You Be My Neighbor, Mr. Rogers saying boys and girls are born boys and girls. Whatever. Happy birthday. Have his version of Happy Birthday to You. So yeah, everything grows together. First of all, I had no idea the song was still used. But yeah, like I thought it was just replaced by the You're Growing song. A second before the song starts, of course, Mr. Rogers says, girls and boys' body parts grow and don't fall off. I mean, technically, they don't. Yeah, this is getting very NSFW. But yeah. And yeah. Are You Brave? Mr. Rogers talking about boys and girls growing up to be daddies and mommies. Okay, this album has not aged very well. So yeah, I have no offense on like any of the people who made the show, but like yeah, one and one or two days of the week. It kind of reminds me of the 7 Days song from Barney's A Great Day for Learning. Please don't think it's funny. When the baby comes, what do you do with the mad that you feel? Sometimes people are good. You've got to do it. I don't know why. I just really like that. That's old Shia LaBeouf meme. Going to marry mom. You can never go down the drain. I got that song stuck in my head a lot as well. Like I remember, like Trilo had that problem on Bear in the Big Blue House. But yeah, what is that? Someone's outside. I don't know. Let's think of something to do while we're waiting. I don't know why I'm singing a lot of these, and I just find it weird. It comes at the end before the It's Such a Good Feeling song. And I have an album called A Portrait of George Gershwin, a tribute album by Johnny Costa. It features songs called Strike Up the Band. I can just imagine LeFou's band playing this in Beauty and the Beast when he says, I know, I strike up the band. Biden My Time. You mean like Joe Biden? I've it's kind of a medley of songs. I've got a crush on you. Nice work if you can get it. And then Liza slash concerto in F slash the man I love slash who cares. It's like the Start Singing with Barney song or Start Singing with Barney album where it's like just each track is like two songs put together. Shall We Dance? Love Walked In. Swonderful slash Oh Lady Be Good, but not for me. Uh, Porgy and Bess medley. An American in Paris slash mine slash Swanee. Uh, I clearly have not been educated on a lot of this stuff. Hashtag autism discrimination. Embraceable yourself. Embraceable you, I think that's what I said. I don't know why I'm stumbling on words now. Somebody loves me. He slash he loves and she loves. Clap your hands. Unfortunately, not the Dragon Tales song. Dragon tunes, Dragon tunes. I have to do a video on Dragon Tales, even though I've probably already done like a million of them. Someone to watch over me. Concerto F slash I've Got Rhythm. Unfortunately, not the Phineas and Ferb episode song from that episode. Raps slash Rhapsody in Blue and Jazz Speak. I think I remember listening to this once. I'm not sure. A virtuoso duo piano showcase, an album produced by Joanne Rogers and uh, Janine Morrison that features some very cool piano orchestration. It's really nice. Christmas Reflections, a Christmas album by Johnny Costa featuring Joy to the World, Hark the Angels We Have Heard on High. I wish it was Christmas right now. What Child Is This? The Snow Medley, including Snowfall, Winter Wonderland, White Christmas, Sleigh Ride, Oh Little Town of Bethlehem, The Bells of St. Mary, God Rest Ye Merry, Gentlemen, oh, tidings of joy. I'll be home for Christmas. The Christmas waltz, Jingle Bells, the Christmas song, which is basically the chestnuts roasting on open fire song. We Three Kings, Kingly Gifts, Christmas Time is Here medley featuring Christmas Time's Here from the Peanuts special, and Oh Christmas Tree. It came upon a midnight clear, the Lord's Prayer, Silent Night, Thanks for Christmas, and Repeat the Sounding Joy. No, We Wish You a Merry Christmas. And then we have the Coming and Going album. This includes Won't You Be My Neighbor, This Is Just the Day, I Like Someone Who Looks Like You. I was literally expecting Many Ways to Say I Love You. Mr. Rogers explained the word unique, which is just the best. It's the style to wear smile. Be brave. Look and listen. Thunder and car noises. I like to take my time. Perfectly blue ba. That's what sometimes it sounds like they're saying on Booba. Perfectly beautiful day. I almost said blutiful day. That's some Blues Clues joke right there. Let's be together today. I'm still myself inside. Okay. Okay, now I'm feeling good about this. A story about King Friday going on a trip. Propel your craft. Like, I don't know why I'm singing a lot of these songs. Museum wearers. You Are Pretty. This Is My Home. Sung it again when X visits Daniel. Daniel flying on X's back, which I don't think ever happens on the show and seems physically impossible. I mean, I guess anything's possible in make believe, but like, whatever. Wishes don't make things come true. I'm proud of you, and it's such a good feeling. Afternoon in Rio. This is an album by Joe Negri that features music similar to what he plays on the show, including O Grande Amor, Liva E Traz, I think that's how you pronounce it, Modinaha, I don't know, Red on Red, Minha Saudade. I don't know this language. The Island, JP Choro, Never Before, and Lush Life. Yeah, sure. Mass of Hope, a religious album by Joe Negri that includes prelude, entrance song, I Will Go to the Altar of God, Kyrie, Gloria. Their message goes out to all the earth. Alleluia. Lord, to whom shall we go? Melancholia. A Okay, I don't really know much of the stuff. I have not been to church in so long. Credo, profession of faith. Sanctus, holy, holy, holy. Our Father, Lamb of God, peace be with you, and postlude. So yeah, remembering Fred Rogers. This was a radio album from WQED FM radio, which, yes, that existed. That touches on the life and death of Fred Rogers. I thought it was very interesting. Includes archival footage, archival interview audio of Mr. Rogers and his puppet characters and cast and crew. We have the theme song. The songs are most likely taken from the other albums, but yeah. Lulu, are you done? I'm not gonna pause this anymore. Yeah, just hear her cough for all I care. Yeah, and just remember how terrible my parents are. It's You I Like, You Are Special. Of course, the more popular songs are on this one, which were the only songs people talked about in the early 2000s. Why High, the Children's Corner song. Okay, can you stop? Can you control that? Some opera song I don't know the name of. The original Mr. Rogers CBC song. Lovely piano music. I'm Taking Care of You, Peace and Quiet, and I don't know why It's Such a Good Feeling is not included. She used to sleep in my mom's bed all the time. Like, why is she just suddenly with me when I'm home alone? So yeah, it's a very interesting radio show. And then we have Guitars for Christmas, a Christmas album by Joe Negri, similar to Johnny Costa's Christmas album, includes Santa Claus is coming to town. The beginning guitar music sounds almost like the I Can Be Anything song from Barney and Friends. Christmas time is here. We three kings of Orient are. We wish you a Merry Christmas. I always prefer this being at the end of most Christmas specials and albums slash Happy Holidays medley. Jingle Bells. It's actually the Here Comes Santa Claus song. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. It reminds me of like the Home Alone movies. They have like all like the licensed Christmas songs. They'll have like licensed or like public domain like cheap songs. Like yeah, where's it's the most wonderful time of the year. Didn't look this bad on our honeymoon. The Christmas song, Away in a Major, Joy, uh, Silver Bells, I Wonder as I Wander, in the Happy Long Ago, Winter Wonderland, well, there's that. I'll Be Home for Christmas, God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, The Secret of Christmas, Where is Somewhere in My Memory, that would have been a great song for this album, Tu Cindy Dalle Stelle, or translates to You Descend from the Stars. Angels We Have Heard on High, and Silent Night. So yeah, and then the next album is, I think we're almost done, hopefully. Songs from the Neighborhood, the music of Mr. Rogers, a tribute album featuring songs covered by famous people that I literally don't remember. I'm so sorry, including Won't You Be My Neighbor by John Cicada. You know, like the guy sang If I Never Knew You with Shanice and Pocahontas. No? It's You I Like by Amy Grant. It's such a good feeling. A much longer version. Why is this not at the end? And they even sing the Weekend song part by someone named BJ Thomas. Then Your Heart is Full of Love by Cece Winans. I don't know how to pronounce these names. What Do You Do with the Matter You Feel by John Pizzarelli. I think that's how I pronounce it. It's spelled Pizzarelli. This Is Just the Day by Maureen McGovern. Sometimes by Bobby Caldwell. Did You Know by Crystal Gale. Just for Once by Tony Rose. Let's Think of Something to Do While We're Waiting by Ricky Skaggs. Sounds a lot like Joe Scruggs. Are You Brave by Donna Summers. And Won't You Be My Neighbor? Why is this not at the beginning? Or why is this sung again? Like, it's just very reversal. I think they might swap this with It's Such a Good Feeling. Sung by Roberta Flack. I think she sang the song, one of the songs in the Barney's Great Adventure album, if you want to know who she is. And Thank You for Being You by Everyone. An absolutely beautiful way to end this very confusing album. And I'm out of water. Mr. Rogers Swings, a fan album from 2008 by Holly Yarbrough. I think that's how you pronounce it. Features a lot of familiar songs, including Won't You Be My Neighbor, You've Got to Do It, I Like to Be Told, Sometimes People Are Good, It's You I Like, When the Day Turns into Night. I just absolutely love that song. Yeah. Everybody's Fancy, Please Don't Think It's Funny, a shortened version of the song, Look and Listen, This Is Just the Day, Many Ways to Say I Love You, You Are Special, I'm Taking Care of You, Peace and Quiet. The guitar music at the beginning sounds a lot like the Bear in the Big Blue House goodbye song. Then Your Heart is Full of Love, and It's Such a Good Feeling, sung twice, with the Weekend song part being sung the second time, which I did not expect. Every Day Rapture. This is a musical. It's kind of similar to that weird knockoff like Sunday school musical movie. I don't think I've ever really seen it, but 3 of the tracks contain songs from the show. Tracks 6, 7, and 14 feature It's You I Like, the Mr. Rogers medley, which features It's Such a Good Feeling, Everybody's Fancy, and I Like to Be Told, and Won't You Be My Neighbor, seemingly a running gag now where like the opening and ending songs are not in the right places. But yeah, it's You I Like, a fan album by John Ellis that features instrumental covers of the various songs, including What Do You Do with the Mad That You Feel, Memory Lane, It's You I Like, Everything Means Nothing to Me. I mean, I guess that's true. Uh, Let's Think of Something to Do, Because We're Kids, You Are Special, Waltz Number One, It's Such a Good Feeling, the Weekend song part is sung again, and again, Won't You Be My Neighbor is sung at the end. So yeah. And then we have the Won't You Be My Neighbor album based off the documentary of the same name from 2018. Most of these are just basic documentary scores, but it also features some songs as well. Most of these were taken from the various other albums. It features It's Such a Good Feeling, without the Weekend song part, of course. Won't You Be My Neighbor? I probably shouldn't even care anymore that like the songs are all mixed up. Love, Clowns and Slime. I guess this is where they talk about the absurdity of the what was airing on television at the time when the show was in development, like clowns throwing pies at everyone, and like that you can't do that on television show. Puppets, child psychology, characters. I was hoping it'd be like the Kids for Characters song, but yeah. Mr. Rogers' Day, Values and Communication, Hearings, Spacey. I think this is where they're talking about like the space shuttle like incident. 143, of course. Flying, I guess where they're talking about the Superheroes Week. Feeling Good, unfortunately, not the James Brown song. I feel good. Da, 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 da. Superheroes and Old Friends. This is probably talking about the Old Friends, New Friends show. Rumors, King Friday, Coco, Tree, which is just an instrumental of Tree, Tree, Tree. Mend the Split, Trolley Music, and It's Such a Good Feeling, taken from the Bedtime album. And then we have a few compilation albums featuring songs from the various previously released albums, as well as some ones that were not officially released until now. This one's called It's Such a Good Feeling, the best of Mr. Rogers. It features a lot of the songs that are debuting on this are some of the more older songs that have not been sung since like the 1970s. This features Today is a Very Special Day. I don't know why it's the first song, but like Won't You Be My Neighbor, taken from You're Growing, I Think I'm Going to Like Today. Look and Listen from Coming and Going. Be Brave, Be Strong from Coming and Going, and I'm already out of breath. Then Your Heart is Full of Love from Bedtime. Pretending from You Are Special. You Can Never Go Down the Drain from You Are Special. I Like to Take My Time from Coming and Going. Sometimes People Are Good from You're Growing. You Are Special from You Are Special. Lol. I'm Looking for a Friend. Some Things I Don't Understand from You Are Special. The Clown in Me from You Are Special. It's the Style to Wear a Smile from Coming and Going. I'm Taking Care of You from Bedtime. It's You I Like from You Are Special. Once Upon Each Lovely Day. Yeah, a lot of these are some of my favorite songs. Wishes Don't Make Things Come True from Coming and Going. You're Growing from You're Growing. Lol. Tree, Tree, Tree from Bedtime. It's Such a Good Feeling from Bedtime. And a very surprise appearance from the Tomorrow song, for some reason. Which is the lyrics are the Children's Corner lyrics rather than the ones that was used on the earlier seasons of the show. This tribute album featuring is called Thank You, Mr. Rogers, Music and Memories, featuring more songs from more singers that I don't really know. Like, yeah, including John Cicada singing one of the songs. But yeah. So this features Won't You Be My Neighbor by the Cowsills. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Clearly, I don't listen to enough music artists. You Can Never Go Down the Drain by JC Velasquez. Sometimes People Are Good by Rita Wilson. Perfectly Beautiful by Mickey Dolenz. Many Ways to Say I Love You by Vanessa Williams. More than halfway through the song, it sounds like she's trying to sing Barney's I Love You song, though. Some Things I Don't Understand by Tom Bergeron, but it sounds more like an AI voice of him. I don't know when this came out. I don't know when, like, AI was a big thing, but, like, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get some more water. So, yeah. This Is My Home by Jim Brickman. Let's Be Together Today by Marilyn McCoo and Billy Davis Jr. Please Don't Think It's Funny by Sandy Patty. It's Such a Good Feeling by Kelly Pickler. An extended version with the Weekend song part once again. And again, why is this not at the end? Because we have a bit more. When the Day Turns into Night by Lee Greenwood. This rendition sounds a lot like a music piece from like Barney's Great Adventure. Which, yeah. Podemos Ser Amigos. This is Mr. Rogers' Won't You Be My Neighbor song in Spanish. Probably one of the few times I've ever heard a song from the show in another language, because I don't think they dubbed this in any other languages. I heard that one like Robot Chicken sketch where he's singing in like Japanese. It's sung by John Cicada. It's kind of similar to the Spanish version of You Got a Friend in Me from Toy Story 3. And then Thank You for Being You by Everyone. The last song reminds me of currently binge watching Bear in the Big Blue House with my mom. Though I kind of stopped for a while, but like we're almost at the final episode, which kind of has a similar song that I'm really hoping to hear. So yeah. And then next up we have Back in the Neighborhood, The Best of Mr. Rogers Volume 2. There's no page about this on the Neighborhood Archive, but you can guess it's probably kind of the same as Volume 1. So yeah. So it includes Won't You Be My Neighbor? This Is Just the Day. What Would You Like to Do Today? We Are Elephants. Perfectly Beautiful Day. It's a Lonely Kind of Thing. Let's Think of Something to Do. Everything Grows Together. Good People Sometimes Do Bad Things. Please Don't Think It's Funny. I Like Someone. Did You Know? It's Very Hard to Wait. Sometimes Isn't Always. I'm a Man Who Manufactures. The Truth Will Make Me Free, I'm sure. What Do You Do with the Mad That You Feel? An extended version of song. Sleep Little Baby. It almost sounds like Dipsy's sleepy song from Teletubbies. Peace and Quiet, and It's Such a Good Feeling, taken once again from the bedtime video. Well, there you have it right there. I really want to do more for Mr. Rogers, since I don't do enough videos of this topic at all. So yeah. Well, thank you for watching, and you know, it's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling. You're growing inside, and when you wake up ready to say, I think I'll make a snappy new day. It's such a good feeling, a very good feeling. The feeling you know that I'll be back when the week is new, and I'll have more ideas for you, and you'll have things you'll want to talk about. I will too. I'll think of you when I'm not here, 'cause thinking of people makes them seem near. The friends who know you love you cheerfully. I do too. So yeah, my piece of advice for before I leave, don't be afraid to tell the truth and be yourself, really, and like just be like a really good person, really. So like yeah, I'll be back some other time. Bye.